Another one.
Yo, Lego Transformers 2007 movie Barricade. Version 6.
Damn, son, where'd you find...
Our new username is Ladiesman217.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Say here. Let's get right into it.
Okay, now here we have Barricade in his robot mode. But before we even get into that, yo, shout out to Rifti Beats for the Attack on Titan Trap remix. Cause the heat on this track was a little too intense. Bro, we might gotta call the fire department if we decide to run this track back in this video. Okay, now this model is clocking in at 20 hours of build time, is scaling in at 8.5 inches from head to toe, and as I mentioned before, this is actually my 6th attempt at trying to build this thing, which is pretty insane because the only other Transformer that it has taken me that many attempts to properly execute is Optimus Prime.
NANI?
Now, for those of you who don't know who Barricade is, he's a Decepticon that transforms into a Saline S281 Mustang police car. And on top of that, he's also one of the first Decepticons that Bumblebee fights against towards the beginning of that Transformers 2007 movie. Okay, but hold up. Stop the show. Barricade's transformation is nowhere near the same difficulty as Optimus Prime's, so why is it taking me 6 attempts to execute? Well, I'm gonna answer that one in 2 words. The wheels. Huh? Yes, the wheels. Wheel manipulation has been one of the most difficult things for me to properly execute on when it comes to designing my car Transformers. So in most cases, the wheels in my Transformers robot modes are not in the correct locations. Oh. But you see, in the case of Barricade here, that just doesn't fly because the location of his wheels are such a signature characteristic, they have to be in the correct locations, otherwise the build just won't look like Barricade. Don't get me wrong though, the other versions I built, they look like Barricade, but with the wheels in the incorrect position, something always just feels a tad bit off with the design. But not with the version 6. No, we finally got the wheels hovering on top of the shoulders there, and we've got the wheels sitting on the back of the wrists. Give me the sheesh. Bro, chill. No, that's my sheesh. I deserve that sheesh. Give me that sheesh now. Apologies, that was a bit much. No, that was a bit much. Something we have to get a little crazy in the video. You know what I'm saying? Because you know we get crazy on this channel. And now that I've finally done it, I'm hyped because like, bro, look at this. This looks like it shouldn't even be possible. How is the wheel just hovering above the upper shoulder there on one tiny little hinge? Now, unfortunately, it's not all butterflies and rainbows, and I had to take a little bit of an L with this build here in terms of articulation. Now, because we got damn near half the weight of the car on this guy's arms here because of the wheels, we don't have much articulation in these arms. So the good news is he doesn't look stiff at all because he can still bend at the elbows here and bend at the shoulders. But as far as him hitting those cool poses that I usually put my car Transformers into during their video shoots, yeah, it's a negative with this guy here. At least with this version, we might need a V7 to fix that up. Now, the other thing that I used to struggle with in terms of design when it came to Barricade was his proportions, because this guy has some of the weirdest proportions of any car Transformer. He's got these really long, lanky arms that reach all the way down to almost his ankles in his robot mode. What? He barely has a waist. Like, he's got half a waist down here, no ab section at all, and then his upper body is literally just the front of the car, and that's it. So a very oddly shaped Decepticon here, but I feel like I got the proportions down for the most part this time around. Now, just on a quick side note, if you are interested in having me build or review your favorite LEGO Transformers or mechs on the channel here, consider becoming a Super Say. The membership link for that is in the description. Or if you'd like to gain free access to some of my instructions to some of my builds, you can actually use that same link and join the Patreon as a free member and you will never be charged. Okay, now I think it's about time we get into this vehicle mode. What's crazy about Barricade's vehicle mode is every time I do Barricade, the vehicle mode pretty much comes out spot on, but it's his robot mode that has all of these technical or proportional issues. So this version 6 vehicle mode looks almost identical to the version 5. The only main difference is that the wheels on the version 6 here are a tad bit bigger. And had it not been for that minor adjustment, the two versions would have been indistinguishable from each other. However, the most difficult part of designing this guy's vehicle mode this time around was getting those super lanky arms to line up with the sides of his vehicle mode and hiding his newly designed hands. Because literally his arm is the entire side of the vehicle mode, wheels included. And then this time around I added some spikes onto his hands, so it was really tricky getting those spikes to fit inside the car frame. But working my way through all of these struggles and learning all of these new techniques is definitely helpful in the long run because I can now apply all of these things that I learned to future builds. And speaking of new builds, if you guys are interested in seeing my latest version of my Transformers 2007 movie Bumblebee, I'll leave the link to that video at the end of this one.
Where is the eBay item 21153? Where are the bosses?